Hi, welcome to Bruce's Garage. I'm Bruce, and this is my garage. Since I did my recent video on the clean shampoo by Pan the Organizer, I received a lot of comments around cost per use. Does 1 ounce of each of those pH neutral shampoos produce the same amount of foam? Like, how do we compare them? Which one's really better? Well, I'm going to try to answer those questions, have a little fun comparing four pH neutral shampoos today, letting you see every little step of the way. So come on in and let's have some fun. Thanks for joining me today in the garage as we compare four pH neutral shampoos in the foam cannon, and we'll see how well they work. So the four that I'm going to look at today are Armour Detail Supply Shampoo Plus, Gentle Snow Foam or GSF by Koch Chemie, Clean Shampoo by Pan the Organizer, and last but not least, Incredible Suds by DIY Detail. I've got all four out here. I've got 1 ounce, and I'm going to put 1 ounce in a 1,000 milliliter foam cannon, and I'm going to fill the foam cannon. So there'll be 30 milliliters of the soap, 970 milliliters of water, and then I'm going to foam one side of my Toyota 4Runner. And we will time and compare how each soap performs. I'll do that 4 times for the 4 soaps. We're going to look at, one, how well do each of the foams really, or the shampoos, foam on the vehicle. So what does 1 ounce in a foam cannon produce? Now, I'm not going to use 1,000 milliliters on one side of the car, but I will soap up one whole side of the car with foam, and we'll just look at the quality of that foam. Is it thick? Is it runny? And so forth. Again, that is hopefully going to get us to that cost per use that I think many of you raised a question about. Because is 1 ounce equal in all of these? Because I was comparing some of the cost. And so when we look at cost per ounce, that's fine, except if one of the soaps requires more than 1 ounce to produce decent foam, then that cost per use goes up and it really isn't an accurate comparison. So that's why we're doing this follow-up. So we're going to look at the foam, how well it foams. We're going to look at dwell time. So we'll leave it on there and time it. And I'll show you all 4 of those on the screen so that you can see at 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, etc., how well they foamed and how well they stayed on the surface of the vehicle. Then I will just test some lubrication. This is going to be certainly more subjective because I'll just take a wash mitt and give you my initial impression of how well they lubricate the surface. And the last measure that we will use will really be that cost of use so that we can look at all 4 of those measures on these 4 shampoos. Why did I pick these 4? Well, these are 4 I had on hand and that I've used before. So those are the pH neutral shampoos I have. There's others on the market. And honestly, you all, I am not here to tell you this is the absolute best. I am here to present some facts, at least as best as I can present them, for you to look at and go, wow, dwell time really matters to me. Wow, thick foam really matters to me. Or the lowest cost matters to me. So I'll give you that kind of information, and then you can make your choice of what foams or shampoos or all if you want to play with and utilize when you're detailing your vehicles. And of course, as always, I will have links in the description below. And of course, you can use coupon code Bruce's Garage if you want to purchase any of these, and we'll talk about where you can do that. This is not a sponsored video. All these soaps I purchased myself. So let's just quit talking and get right down to foaming fun. right, so let's talk about the results and what we saw when we tested these 4 pH neutral shampoos. So first up on our list was Armour Detail Supply Shampoo Plus. Now, I've heard lots of good things about Shampoo Plus. I have never had a product from Armour Detail Supply not perform. I was really surprised initially when I sprayed this on the vehicle with the foam cannon. As you can see here in the video, it seemed like the ceramic coating was just rejecting everything. The foam wasn't sticking to the vehicle at all. It was very liquid, fell off the vehicle quickly. So I was a little surprised by that. Now, keep in mind, we used 1 ounce across all 4 products. And, the directions on here basically indicate to put 1 to 3 ounces in your foam cannon. And we put 1 ounce. So if you recall, I did try 2 ounces and show you that video. And wow, a world of difference, right? We had thicker foam. It clung to the surface. So the sweet spot for ADS Shampoo Plus clearly is 2 ounces. And we'll get to that when we get into that cost per use, because that bumps up the cost per use, because cost per ounce on this, and I've got my calculations here. So cost per ounce on Shampoo Plus is $1.12. So it's $17.99 for this 16-ounce bottle. When I checked it, these are all US dollars. 16 ounces made it $1.12 per ounce. However, if you use 2 ounces, obviously, then it goes up to $2.25 per use. So that's just in the foam cannon. We're not talking bucket wash. So just in the foam cannon to wash the car will be $2.25 with ADS Shampoo Plus if we're using 2 ounces. I did check with a couple other people that I know have used ADS Shampoo Plus, and they also use 2 ounces in their foam cannon. They have found that to work the best. So I think, at least in my situation, my foam cannon, it's an MTM foam cannon. 2 ounces is what I needed. So that's what I would use with this. Now, I was very happy with the product at 2 ounces. So just keep that in mind. So that's Armour Detail Supply Shampoo Plus. Let's talk about my long-standing favorite, of which I have a 5-liter bucket of this as well, and is Gentle Snow Foam by Koch. It too had a very similar performance as Shampoo Plus at 1 ounce. It really didn't stick to the surface. It wasn't even moderately thick kind of foam. That was a bit of surprise for me. Now, I will tell you, while I've used GSF a ton, I have always put 3 ounces in the foam can. Yes, 3 ounces. And I get beautifully thick foam. Well, if we read the directions on GSF, it says snow foam, pour approximately 20 milliliters of snow foam into 1 liter of water and lather using a foam sprayer. Well, we put 30 milliliters in, not approximately, we put 30 milliliters in, so 10 more than they recommended, and I would not use it at 30 milliliters. I also put 60 milliliters of GSF in, the full foam cannon, just like all the other products, and it worked wonderfully. We had decent foam, cling was pretty darn good. So again, the sweet spot for this, so my learning for this is I can probably use 60 milliliters instead of 90. So that's good. But that, of course, also brings up the cost if you're going to use 60 mils. So with Gentle Snow Foam, now remember, it only comes in the 1 liter and 5 liter. So this is 33 ounces. That works out the cost per ounce is 83 cents. But of course, if you use 2 ounces, your cost per use in the foam cannon is $1.66. So cheaper than ADS, but still $1.66 per use. And I would say again, it was decent. It was a decent product using 2 ounces. So let's move on to the new guy here on the block. Clean Shampoo by Pan the Organizer. So if you remember from my first video, Clean performed really well. And it really did a nice job. I did feel like 2 ounces was giving me the nice thick foam when I used this in my first video. But again, for this video, we did 1 ounce comparing. And honestly, it performed really well. It gave decent foam. And, the instructions say in the foam cannon, use 1 ounce of product for good foam, 2 ounces for super thick. 100% accurate. I think 1 ounce gives you good foam. I think 2 ounce gives you super thick foam. So I loved 1 ounce of Clean. And if you recall also from the first video, it ends up, it's the most expensive per ounce. It was $1.19 per ounce in the 16-ounce bottle. Now, keep in mind, for this comparison, we're using 1 ounce, or the cost per use would be $1.19, which of the 3 products we've talked about so far, ADS, GSF, and Clean, it becomes the lowest cost per use at $1.19 per use. So Clean hung on that surface really long, just like Pan said it would, and others have found. It stays on the surface. And what I didn't mention in my first video that some of my commenters mentioned was that you can use it in sunlight. It can dry on the surface in the sun, not leave any mark on the vehicle. In other words, it will leave a mark, but then you can reactivate it with water and it goes away. And not all soaps you can do that. So Clean definitely at $1.19 per use of the 3 products so far, honestly is the lowest cost and performed the best. So let's take our last one, which is also a product I've used a lot, is Incredible Suds by DIY Detail. So Incredible Suds, it's a 16 ounce, again, in the 16 ounce bottle. It performed 1 ounce extremely well. Probably I'd say it produced the best foam. It stayed on the surface really long too. And so that was a nice thing to see, because normally when I'm spraying snow foam, I'm not seeing how long it dwells. I'm just not leaving it on there a long time. And when I say a long time, I mean 2 or 3 minutes. And just usually not. So it was interesting to see that it did hang on and stay on the vehicle. I thought that was pretty cool. Now, it's $17.99 for a 16-ounce bottle, or $1.12 per ounce. And the cost per use ends up being $1.12. So it comes in as the lowest cost per use in your foam cannon. And I would say it performed really well. So Clean and Incredible Suds really are your 2 strongest leaders in this challenge. If you think about cost per use, the amount of foam it generated, and cling to the surface. Now, if you remember in the beginning of this video, I said I was going to evaluate 4 criteria, and the 4th was lubrication, and I was going to take a wash mitt and at least subjectively feel what it was like on the surface. Well, that didn't happen because I forgot. Yep, I forgot. So you'll notice I never used a wash mitt. So we're going to change that fourth criteria to what I call ease of use. And what I mean by ease of use is just simply, I'll give you the extremes. So clean and frankly, ADS Shampoo Plus had the easiest use. And what I mean by that is it's very liquid. So it's a very thin liquid. It's easy to pour. It's easy to get all the product in the foam cannon. So those are winners for me in terms of ease of use. Incredible Suds is at the bottom end of ease of use. Now, I'll tell you what, it's so thick that it's hard to get all the product out of your measuring cup. And, you can, it'll eventually all come out, or you can take your little measuring cup and dip it in the water, so forth, and you can get it all in there. But it's also a heavier product, so it drops to the bottom of the foam cannon, and you have to really shake your foam cannon. So again, I'm not saying don't use Incredible Suds because I think it works really well. Gives you a great suds, great cost when you look at, cost per ounce. So it's still a good product. But if you're looking at ease of use at all, recognize it's thick and that creates just some challenges. So a couple other things that I think we need to mention here is remember that if you buy the larger quantity of these, so if you buy the gallon or the 5 liter of these products, the cost per ounce comes down and therefore the cost per use comes down. So if we say that you buy the large bottle, so the gallon size, the lowest cost per use and cost per ounce for that matter is clean by paying the organizer. So 1 ounce is 51 cents per ounce. So that's 51 cents per use. Remember that when we buy it in this size bottle, it's $1.19. Moral to the story is, look, I believe in buying small quantities when I'm going to try a product. But once I know I like a product, hence why I got the 5 liter of GSF probably a year ago, because it's cheaper. So your cost per ounce is going to go down significantly. And when you think about that, 51 cents versus $1.19, I mean, I don't know, I think it's pretty significant. It's over half the cost. So this was really a great deal when you buy that larger quantity. And, Armour Detail Supply, by the way, remember was at 1 ounce. So cost per ounce is $1.12. But if you buy it in their gallon size, it's 51 cents per ounce, the same as clean. So again, if you like Shampoo Plus or you want to try that, buy the 16 ounce. But if once you like it and you want to use it, buy the gallon. Now, keep in mind, you're still going to have to use 2 ounces in your foam cannon, in all likelihood, again, unless your conditions are super different. So that's $1.02 per use, essentially double the cost of clean per use. So those are some things really to think about. Again, ease of use. I just want to Armour Detail Supply. You can see how thin this liquid is. The same thing with clean, very thin. GSF is not quite as thick as Incredible Suds, but it is thick. So its ease of use was down on the scale as well. And I'll show you kind of my summary of all of these again. So honestly, if I had to pick and tell you of all of these, which I think, by the way, they all perform. They all can cling to the surface. They all can give you heavy foam. They give you the ability to decide how heavy a foam you want. They're all a pleasant experience of using them. To me, clean by paying the organizer is certainly the top of that list, followed by, it's a tough thing, but I think if you're looking at cost and everything, I think DIY Incredible Suds comes right in there, just below clean. And the reason I say that is, yes, that ease of use is a little bit harder, but look, we're not talking really hard. It's just It's a little bit thicker. So I think it performed really well. Then I would put Armour Detail Supply. And last, I would put my all time favorite. Yes, surprisingly, right? So if you have a question of, am I being honest here? GSF has always been my top product in terms of the snow foam. I put it at the bottom of these four. Now, that doesn't mean it's a bad product. In fact, I think it's a very good product. I wouldn't hesitate using any one of these at all because I think they all do what they're supposed to do and they do it well. I think clean and DIY really did well. Now, I think Armour Detail is a close third there, at least if you take away cost per use. But I encourage you to try these products. I do have links in the description below. And of course, you can use Bruce's Garage promotion code and get a discount in most cases, unless they're already on sale. And so I hope this has been helpful. I hope you've enjoyed it. I would appreciate a thumbs up if you did. Tell me about what your favorite soap is. I'd love to hear what your favorite pH neutral soap is. I have a bunch of different soaps, but when it comes to washing the car with pH neutral, I would not hesitate recommending any of these. My overall pick would be Clean by Pan, the organizer. And yes, at least of these four, it is the best. I can say that without reservation. It is the best of these four, and I encourage you to give it a try. Again, this is not a sponsored video. I have purchased all these products myself. So again, thanks for watching, and just remember, go have fun detailing in your garage. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.